We can say I'm having dinner and I'm having a good time, but we can't say I'm having a book. This is because when we use have to mean own or possess, have is a stative verb. A stative verb is a verb that tells us how something is. It doesn't describe an action or something that happens. Because we use stative verbs for states or things that are true, we don't use them with continuous tenses. In standard English, like is a stative verb. So we almost always say, I like it, not I am liking it. See is another one. We almost always say, I see it, not I am seeing it. I'm not going to tell you what all of the stative verbs are, because there are a lot of them and you can easily just search for that on Google. What I want to talk about is the main problem that most people have when learning stative verbs. In my opinion, what makes stative verbs difficult is that teachers tell their students, these are stative verbs. You can't use them with continuous tenses. But they don't explain that many of these verbs are only stative in specific situations. They aren't always stative. And we don't always follow these rules 100%. Let's look at some examples. Again, we can't say I'm having a book because there is no action. Nothing is happening. However, we can say I am having dinner because in that situation, having dinner means eating, and eating is an action. So that's an example of where a verb is stative in one situation, but not stative in another situation. Then we have see. When we talk about our ability to see something with our eyes, see is a stative verb, and following traditional grammar rules, we should not use it with continuous tenses. The problem here is that traditional grammar rules do not always agree with what we actually say in real life. For example, grammar rules tell us that "Are you seeing this?" is not correct English. However, "Are you seeing this?" is definitely something that I would say in specific situations. And the same thing is true with like. Like is a stative verb, and when I am teaching students to use it for the first time, I always teach them to say, I like, not I am liking. However, there are situations in which it is appropriate to say I am liking. This is because in real life, we sometimes use stative verbs with continuous tenses to show that something is temporary. It is this way right now, but we know that it might not always be this way. If someone says, I'm liking this, that basically means I haven't been experiencing it for a long time. So, I can't be 100% sure about whether or not I will like it in the end. But right now I like it. Is that correct according to a traditional grammar textbook? No, it's not. But is it used and understood by native English speakers? Yes, it is. So as an English learner, what should you do? My recommendation is that you learn grammar rules, but you also keep an open mind, and try to remember that real English doesn't always follow the rules, and you don't need to either.